Hey guys, Adam Pullman here, Secret Coast Outdoors. And today I'm going to talk to you about my 5 favorite summertime bass fishing lures. Okay, I'm going to start out with the Topwater, and then I'll work my way through. My probably number one go-to Topwater is a 6 cents popper. These things, their weight system in them is great. Like every time I cast this thing, it lands butt first. I can really get it underneath trees and branches. I fish a lot of river systems, a lot of swampy areas, where most people would be afraid to throw treble hooks at cypress trees and things like that. This is a bait that I am not afraid to do that with. So 6 cents popper, check it out. Also, if you're gonna throw a popper, I mean, I throw all different types of poppers, but I will tell you a feathered or a dressed up treble hook on the back really works some magic when it comes to throwing a popper. My second most favorite Topwater, again fishing in swamps and around rivers, Booyah Pad Crasher, hollow body frog. You can tell this thing's legs are all kind of chewed up. Paint's coming off of it. I fish this thing religiously. There are days I've been out on the river, it's been 100 degrees outside, and generally when it's hot, people don't think Topwater. But if you can skip this thing underneath trees that's in areas that stay shaded all day, you will get those bites and you will get those blow-ups. But like I said, there's days where I've done nothing but throw a hollow body frog. Excellent summertime bait. Next, right here, this is a Bill Lewis. I think Mark Daniels Jr. Actually created this square bill crankbait right here. I love throwing a square bill again, knocking it up against cypress knees and stuff like that, any kind of wood structure, get that reaction bite. Beautiful bait, excellent work. This thing has a huge wobble to it, so square bill crankbait, definitely number 3 on my list. Number 4 on my list, a spinnerbait with a big old Colorado blade. I prefer either like this copper color right here blade or a gold blade. Generally always throw just a white spinnerbait. Down here things get really muddy in the river systems. So that gold blade reflects sunlight better. White gives them a little something better to look at. And I generally always throw it with a treble hook right there. Or I'm sorry, a trailer hook. Right there, because sometimes in the heat of the summer those bass can be a little lethargic whenever they come and hit at a bait. They're pretty slow. They just turn on it or swipe at it, and that I've gotten so many fish in the boat thanks to that trailer hook right there. That's a VMC trailer hook. This spinnerbait is actually a spinnerbait that I build, Poma punch lures. I love building spinnerbaits and jigs, probably my 2 best things that I build. I also build chatterbaits. But right here, this spinnerbait, a big single Colorado blade to really get that thump, 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 push a lot of water, especially when it's muddy. Summertime, love this bait. And then my absolute last bait, but my absolute favorite worm ever is the Zoom Dead Ringer. And when things get really hot, this is the 8-inch version. I opt up a size. I go a little bigger. Because generally in the summertime I found that bass, they would rather get that one big meal and only have to work hard once to fill up their stomachs. So I go for that bigger bait to get that one bite. Generally, like a lot of little baits, they don't chase too much during the summertime because the things I've read, guys think and scientists say that they're not going to work as hard during the summer, so they're not going to sit there and chase tons of small baits all day and try to fill up by working and working and working all day in the hot heat. They would much rather get that one big bite, that one really fill up their stomach so they don't have to work as much or as often. So right here, this is the Zoom Dead Ringer 8-inch. And again, down here, June bug does great on our river systems. If you're wondering what river systems I fish or where I'm from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I fish the Pascagoula River, the Biloxi River, the Schuylkill River, the Jordan River, and the Pearl River, which is on the Louisiana-Mississippi line. All of those river systems are very diverse. They're all tidal river systems, so we have tides that flow in and out, salt water that comes into our rivers, making it brackish. So when we come out and we bass fish sometimes, and I'm throwing, my crankbait or even my frog, some of my favorite summertime baits, and I'll get a redfish, just boom, a redfish will blow up on it, or even a speckled trout. You never know. I've caught a flounder on a crankbait before. You just don't know what you're going to catch here. But for me, these are my top 5 favorite summertime baits: a popper, a hollow body frog, a square bill crankbait, a spinnerbait with a big Colorado blade, and a Texas rigged worm, generally on the bigger side of 8 to 10 inches. If you like this video, please subscribe, click the like button, check us out on Instagram, Secret Coast Outdoors. Stay tuned for more fishing, hiking, hunting, anything outdoors videos coming your way.